Hello everyone, so in this video we will be looking at the problem of the day and the problem 2542, that is maximum subsequence score. So the problem statement states that we are given two integer arrays num1 and num2 of equal lengths, and we are also given a positive integer k, and we should choose a subsequence of the indices from nums of 1. So we will choose from nums of 1 of length k. So we have to choose a subsequence of length k, and for each index chosen we will define the score. We will find the score, and the score is calculated as, so the score is calculated as, so I have nums of 1 and I have nums of 2, right? So if I have this array 1 2 3 4 and another array 2 3 4 1. So if I and k is equal to 3, so if I decide to choose these three elements, that is 0 1 2, so the score will be 1 plus 2 plus 3, right? And the minimum of 0 1 and the minimum of these three elements, which is 2, so the score will be 6 into 2 12. So this will be my score if I decide to choose this subsequence. So this is my question. I have to choose such a subsequence so that my score is maximum. So I have to make this one maximum. So how can we do this question, right? So if we look at the question here, if we look at one of the test case, okay, so if we look at this test case, so what I can do is, right, I have something like this 1 3 3 and 2, and the other one is 2 1 3 and 4, and I can choose a subsequence of length 3, right? Okay, so what I have to do is I have to find the maximum score. So what I can do is I have to somehow find my minimum, and this I have to take both of these and find the maximum. So how we will do it is we will sort my array on the basis of this nums2. So I will create my another array of a pair, so it will contain something like this 2 1. So the nums2 will come first, then the nums1, then 1 3, then 3 3, and then 4 2, right? And after that I will sort it. So when I sort it, now when I sort it, I will get something like this 1 3 2 1 3 3 and 4 2. Now out of this vector I will try to maximize my score. So what can I do? I need so my answer should be maximum. So what I will try for each I will try all the rest of the values. So how can I do that? I can do that by taking two loops and then looping k times. The time complexity will be very high for that, like more than n square into k, I can say, right? But and if we do it in a better manner, so we can reduce it into n into k, but both n and k is 10 to power 5, that will lead it to 10 to power 10, and which will give us a TLE. So how we will do it? What we will do, we will take a min heap priority queue, and we will start traversing from the back, as we need a minimum value for first one. So what we will be doing, what we will try for all. So what we will be doing, we will be pushing it into the vector of I of second, like this value I'm underlining. We will be pushing them into my vector, sorry, we will be pushing them into my priority queue, as well as I will maintain a sum variable, sum plus equals to. So for the first time I pushed 2 into my priority queue, and sum plus equals to 2, right? For the and I'll also check if my value of if priority queue size exceeds the value of k, then k is the size of my subsequence. If it exceeds, then I will remove the value from my priority queue, as well as decrease the sum. And at any moment, if priority queue size is equal to k, I will try to find my answer. So I will also take a variable answer, which will I initialize to 0, and 2 is in my priority queue and sum is. Now I move here, right? I was here, now I move here. So I add 3 to my sum, so now sum is 5, and another value is in the priority queue, and since it is a min heap priority queue, 2 has the highest priority. Then I go here, okay, I add 1 here and it gets 6, and I add 1 to my priority queue. Now I check, okay, the k is 3. For this the k is 3 and my priority queue size is also 3. So what I will do, I will check, I will make my answer equals to max of answer and sum into what is the value at this index where I am. It is 2, so it will be my minimum at this. So I will take this one 2, so it will be a vector of I dot first. So what will be my answer? It will be 6 into 2, that is 12. So now my answer stores the value 12. Now I'll move again in the loop. I go here, right, I add, okay, I add 3 to my sum, so it becomes 9. So now my sum is 9, right, and now my sum is 9, and I add a 1 to my priority queue again. Oh sorry, I add 3 to my priority queue again, so again 3 is added. But now I see, okay, the value has exceeded the size of k, so my priority queue size is greater than k. So what I will do, I will subtract the minimum value out of this, so it will become 8. And now again I will the size is 3, I'll again check this. So it will be this time maximum of 12, and 8 into, what is the value here? It is 1. So 8 into 1, which is 8, so maximum is 12. So my answer will be 12 at the end. If you dry run this on your own, you will get how it is done, right? So but the basic intuition is, we will make a pair and we will sort my pair on the basis of the numbers of 2, right, in ascending or descending order. That is how you want to do it. But then we will loop through and we will push back the second nums 1 element in my vector to the priority queue, and at each time, if my priority queue size is equal to the size of the array, my priority queue dot size is equal to the size of subsequence I need to take, I will try to find my answer. And if at any moment my priority queue size gets greater than k, I will decrease them, I will cut the minimum value out of my priority queue and my sum, right. Now let us just dive into code straight away. So here we have two vector nums, so I will get the size, and since the size of both the vectors is same, I will get the size once. And now I'll define a vector of pair of int, I'll name it as vector, and now I'll loop through my both my arrays, the array given to me, and I'll push them into my vector, and I'll just make pair of nums of 2 of I and nums of 1 of I. After that I'll take a long answer variable which will be equal to 0, and along with that a sum variable which is also equal to 0, and I need a priority queue as well. So priority queue of int, and since I need a min heap priority queue, I will create one. So I have got my min heap priority queue. After that I'll loop through my vector again, and at each point I will push the second vector of second to my priority queue, so it will be vector of I dot second, and at the same time my sum plus equals to vector of I dot second. Here what we can do is, like, I am repeating vector of I dot second, vector of I dot second, so I can take int value equals to vector of I dot second, and we can utilize the dry principle here, do not repeat yourself. So now I don't have to write this multiple times, and it is done. Now if my, and again int pq size equals to pq dot size, if pq size is greater than k, what I will do, sum minus equals to value, sorry, not value here, but it will be the minimum element, so pq dot top, and I'll also pq dot pop. And if my pq size equals to k, then I'll calculate my answer is equal to max of answer and what was sum into vector of I dot first, and in the end I'll return my answer. Now let us just submit it. Okay, we get a wrong answer somewhere, like I think we have done some mistake. So let us just look at it where the mistake is done. Okay, so now if I submit it, what I have done is there was some error, so I did not apply the dry principle which I was saying, so I did not store the value. And if I directly pass the values into the variables, so then if I submit it, it is working. And now let us just look why is it so. Now let us just submit it. As we can see, it is accepted. So thank you for watching the video, and make sure to hit that subscribe and like button. I'll see you all in the next one.